Disclaimer: I am not an accountant and I am not a lawyer. I am just providing you with information that I've gathered online and from my own personal experience. Please do your own research when necessary.
Hi guys, Emeka here. Welcome back to my channel. And in this video, we're going to talk about how to get your hands on that coronavirus stimulus check. As many of you know, we have been in lockdown for the last few months. Coronavirus, COVID-19, the pandemic has been spreading around the world. And as a result, the country has been asked to shelter in place. People can't go to work. People have to work from home. And many people who are unable to work from home have been laid off. As a result, the government has put forward a stimulus plan, a $2 trillion stimulus plan to help everyday Americans and small businesses to survive during this period. So in this video, we're going to just talk about some of the things you need to know about the stimulus and how you can get your money. What is the payment? Individuals will get $1,200. Couples will get $2,400, and then for every child under the age of 17, you'll get an additional $500. Now, it's not everybody that will get this money. Adults who make less than $75,000 annually will definitely get the money, and individuals who make up to $100,000 can still get the money, but it will be at a reduced amount. Essentially, for every $100 increase over $7,500, there's a $5 reduction in the payment you'll receive. So for example, if you make $75,200, that means there are two $100 increases over $75. That means you will have a reduction of $10 in your stimulus payment, and you'll get $1,190 instead of $1,200. You understand? Okay. So if you were ever claimed as a dependent by another adult, you won't get anything. So a lot of people who are in college right now, who might be working, who might be having businesses, but their parents are claiming them as a dependent, you guys get nothing. That sucks, but that's what it is. Let's summarize for the individuals. If you make less than $75,000 a year, you're definitely getting $1,200. If you make above $75,000 a year, but less than $99,000 a year, you will still get a stimulus check, but it will be less than what you would have received if you were making less than $75,000. If you are a couple that makes less than $150,000 a year, you will be getting $2,400 stimulus check, and you'll get $500 for every additional child you have. If you're a couple and you make more than $150,000 a year, but less than $198,000 a year, you'll still get a stimulus check, but it will be less than what you would have made if you were making less than $150,000. Hope that makes sense. So, how do you receive the money? Well, the IRS has already started sending the stimulus checks. Essentially, if you filed your taxes in 2018 or 2019, you should not have to do anything to get your stimulus check. If you're getting your money through direct deposit, you don't have to do anything. You should be getting your stimulus check. You should have already gotten your stimulus check, as a matter of fact. What the government did say they're doing is they're sending the stimulus check in reverse order of adjusted growth. So what that means is the people who made the least amount of money will get their stimulus checks first, and then the people who made the most will get it last. So if you are one of the people that made, $20,000 2018, you'll get your stimulus check before somebody who made $74,000. If you set up direct deposit in 2018, you should have already gotten your money by now, because the people who have direct deposit set up will get their money almost immediately. They should have gotten it by now. The people who did not do direct deposit, and it's coming by check, the government said it could take as long as 20 weeks for you to get your money. That's like 5 months before you get your check. So there is a place you can go online to check the status of your stimulus. When you go to this website, all you have to do is put in your social security number and your address, and it should tell you the status of your stimulus. And on this website, you can also put in your banking information to receive the direct deposit, so you don't have to wait the 5 months to get your check. So if you're one of those people that filed last year or this year, but you did not put in a direct deposit, you might want to do that if you want to get your money faster. Now, if you're somebody who did not file last year or this year, and you're eligible, maybe you didn't file because your income was too low, you will have to fill out a form in order to get your stimulus check. The link is it's one of those free file fillable forms. There's going to be a link in the description. Every website I talk about today, there's going to be a link in the description. You'll have to fill out that form in order to get your stimulus check. Now, another thing about the speed of receiving your payments, if you're doing direct deposit, different banks are doing it differently. So if you haven't received your direct deposit yet, maybe you should reach out to your bank and find out more information. Maybe your bank has a different timeline than some other banks. So that's just something to look into. Now, if you're a small business, Congress has allocated $350 billion to the Paycheck Protection Program. This is essentially a loan that converts into a grant if business owners follow certain requirements. Now, this allocation from Congress is supposed to help businesses handle their payroll for the next 6 weeks. And eligible businesses are businesses with people with less than 500 employees. This could also include 501c3 nonprofits and also contractors and sole proprietors. If you fall into this category, you could be eligible for a loan from the government, and a loan that essentially would turn into a grant, which means you don't have to pay it back if you follow what they tell you to do. The amount will be 2.5 times your monthly payroll. So if your monthly payroll is $1,000, you will get $2,500 from the government to cover your payroll for 2.5 months. I'm going to put a link to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce website, which talks about everything I just mentioned, who is eligible, how you do the payments and all that. You can apply for this program all the way up until June 30th of this year. So if you're one of those people that needs to get a loan for your business to keep your payroll going, you might want to get on that. Now keep in mind, this is a loan if you don't follow all the requirements that they tell you to do. So don't go and get this money and then turn around and lay off your employees. I'm not sure this will fly. Of course, I'm not a lawyer here. I'm not an accountant. You should speak to your accountant and make sure you understand the requirements before you go and take this loan, because it is a loan that you'll have to pay back unless you meet certain requirements. So that's it. That's how you get your government due this year, if you qualify, of course. So thanks for watching. Remember to hit the subscribe button and the like button if you like the content, and I'll see you next time.